This is Let's Talk Sports with Tim McCain, and I am here with Adrian Soto Perez and Jeffrey Brandon. They actually fought each other in the last SFL 41. What has it been like coming back for SFL 42, and like what's kind of the friendship that you guys have had, since y'all last fight?
Well, getting back has just been, same thing I'm always on is just hard training, getting better every time. And just grinding day in, day out. Me and SpongeBob, Jeffrey, we was cool before our last fight. We worked together to make the title fight happen, and I'm glad to see him back here with another big fight, taking on a tough guy. Right back in title contention. So, yeah, yes sir.
Yes sir, it's the same thing. Like you said, you gotta put in the work. We improve every time to make weight, make it better, easier. Also, the opponent I got is very tough. He's good on the ground, good on his feet. Soto and him fought before, so we're going to see what happens when we get in there.
Who are y'all opponents y'all fighting this time?
I'm fighting Joe Huggins, cat from Maryland. He's a tough dude, but I truly just believe I'm just going here and just be me and fight the way that I fight, and I don't think he'll have anything for me. With all due respect, I'm planning on taking my career and my life forward, and nothing's going to stop that.
I'll be fighting Mr. Alistair Patterson, but like I said, I got no bad words to say about him. He's a good dude. He seems very good in the ground, and I'm excited to be in the ring with him.
Got you. And where did all this brotherhood and respect come from? Because you see a lot of times a lot of fighters, they're really big on trash talking and everything. But I feel like a lot of, especially for you, and I notice from you guys have a lot of respect for each other. Where does that respect come from? You don't always have to be the flash.
Honestly, it's simple. Like Soto, he's a wrestler like I was back in high school. And when you start wrestling, you build a bond that you can't ever get away. So it's like, if you have respect for this sport, you love this sport, there's no way we could be enemies. Inside that cage, yeah, we're going to brawl, get it on. But outside that cage, we're men, meaning you got to leave it all in that cage. If you don't, you shouldn't be in the sport. It's that simple.
I like it. Well, hey, best of luck to both of you guys. I'm here with Pierre Bob. How you doing today?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, brother, man. Where are you fighting from? Where are you fighting from?
So originally, coming from Senegal, Africa, and then I'm fighting with Coach X, ex-combat wrestling traps out of Norfolk, Virginia. So that's my main base for camps and getting ready for fights.
So who are you fighting against, and what's your predictions for the fight?
I'm fighting against this guy named Matt Hicks. He's from up north. I believe Crazy 88. Really well-balanced guy. Very tough. He's a good collegiate wrestling from what I've heard, from what I've seen. And as far as predictions, honestly, I don't know. That's why I'm in there, just to see where I can take the fight, where he can take me, how he can challenge me, how I can challenge him back. I'm just in it for the fun of the sport, and then just to learn, and just to for the love of martial arts. So.
Wow. Where did that love, that discipline of training, and where did that come from?
It started when I used to wrestle back in high school. I wasn't really good at it, but as I started doing more off season, Coach X, he introduced me to the world of martial arts, and then one day out of the blue, he booked me for a fight, and then me, I'm not gonna punk down. I'm just gonna say, sure, I'll take it. So after I ended up winning that fight, I fell in love with it. I wanted to explore more. I wanted to, explore the world of jiu-jitsu, explore the world of kickboxing, Muay Thai, upgrade my wrestling, all of that. I wanted to be a well-rounded person, and just for the discipline and the art of it. So that's what made me love MMA.
So what did each discipline teach you about just fighting, and also about yourself?
It pushed my limits to what my body can do. I wasn't very flexible. I thought stretching hurt, but at the end of the day, it was like, hey, I can do all of this. I can learn. I could calculate, things. And every time when I sparring, I see myself getting better and better to the point where, I felt like, okay, I can actually do this. So why not put it out there and just showcase the world, what I can do. So that's about it.
Man, what is it like showcasing your ability in front of all these fans, in front of what is that like for you personally?
It's amazing. It's awesome. It's real awesome because like I said, you get a lot of fans that love the world of martial arts, and then there's somebody and they look down on somebody and they say, hey, this guy, he knows what he's doing. This guy is technically sound. This guy is good. They're just not brawling. They're putting a good name out for the world of MMA. So when I go out there and then showcase all my skills, my talents, my technique, I feel excited. I'm happy because I know that, this is what MMA is about.
Hey, Pierre. This is Pierre Bob. Hey, good luck to you, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
This is Tim McCain, and I'm here with Sheldon Wright. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. It's another glorious day in God's world, man. Just ready for tonight.
I feel you, man. So how does, you have faith. So how does faith come into play in, fights?
Well, with faith, I always put all my faith in God, because at the end of the day, without him, none of this can happen. So the fact that I'm able to wake up, open my eyes, breathe, that's enough for me. So I'm going to take the most of my day. And I'm going to go attack every day with enthusiasm unknown to mankind. For real, man.
I feel it, brother. So, my question is, who you fighting, and what are your predictions for this fight?
His name's Connor Mosby. He's from Northern Virginia. I think he fights out of Capital MMA. He's 2-0. He's an up-and-coming fighter, So I'm 0-0. It's my first fight. They were looking for a fight. A few people dropped off. They finally found me one. So I'm excited for this opportunity. It's gonna be a good one. I expect to win it. I'm a wrestler. I'm gonna stick to my craft. I'm not gonna fight his fight. I'm gonna fight my fight. I'm gonna make him fight my fight. Wear him out. Get him down to the ground. End it.
How long you been wrestling? How long you been training? How long does it take for you to feel like you're comfortable and dominant in that position?
I've been wrestling since I was 11. So I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in college for Old Dominion University. This is my return to the TED. Now it's a chart waiver. It's kind of weird. I still call it the TED, but I didn't perform a whole bunch of matches in here against elite level wrestlers. So it's just another business trip, and I'm excited. It takes about 2 months to prepare. You got to get in shape. You got to go over the game plan and stuff. But if you just work hard every day, you put into your craft every day, you have nothing to be worried about. So.
So, you say you're excited. What are some of the other, feelings that you get? This is your first fight ever in front of a crowd of people as an amateur. How does that feeling like for you?
If you want me to be honest, I'm not really nervous or anything, because this is my first time performing in a crowd. I've been to the NCAA tournament for wrestling. I've been there twice in front of thousands of people. I've performed in the TED in front of hundreds of people. I performed in different venues in front of a lot of people, so I'm used to this. The crowd, that's nothing. When I'm in there, it's just me and my opponent and my cornerman. So I could care less about what's going on. It's just another business trip.
Hey, good luck to you, Sheldon Wright, man. You have a good one, bro. Yes, sir. Good. Hello, everyone. This is Marshall Sherman. Hey, thank you, man, for doing this interview with me. This guy, man, he takes the toughest fights. Just explain to me, as somebody who, you fight the #1 people in the East Coast, you fight guys who are fighting the professional fights. Why do you choose those fights?
Well, basically, as an amateur, you really want to figure out where you're at before you make the jump over to pro. So you want to fight the toughest guys you can. You don't want to just fight a bunch of cans and use your same style over and over to beat them. It's not really going to benefit you that much. So then you go pro and you fight somebody that's legit, you won't be ready. So, yeah, you want to take the toughest fights you can get, and that's my whole team, basically. You'll look at us and you'll see our records, but you look at the people that we fought, and you're like, oh, shit. And most of us are amateurs still, but the pros, we got a 4-1 pro, Andre Hall. He's fighting next weekend out at Art of War for a title at 185. Andre's fighting 185 next weekend. Yeah, 185 title fight against a 4-0 opponent. So we got legit guys. I train under 6-time world champion Diego Bispo, and I train my striking under Harvey Grassi. We're on the Rufus Sport, Duke Rufus lineage on striking, and then Jiu-Jitsu, Aries BJJ, Diego Bispo Academy. I'm actually going up to Rufus Sport in February for some training for 2 weeks with some of my other teammates. Alistair Patterson, he's fighting tonight. Manny Fernandez also fighting tonight, and Rob Sherman, my brother. So we're taking it very seriously, and we're all almost ready for that leap over to pros, so you can look out for us. I'm going to do one more amateur fight, maybe here at Spartyka, but if it's not at Spartyka, it'll be before probably March or April. April will be Spartyka, but March, I don't know. I'm just trying to get a fight because I'm coming off of 2 losses, so coming off of 2 losses and knowing that you're better than you've been able to show everybody, it's kind of like you got a lot to prove, not necessarily to everyone else, but definitely to yourself. You have a lot to prove coming off of some losses, and I feel bad for whoever I fight next. He better be ready, because I'm ready, man. I feel good.
So what have you learned from those 2 losses? Because you said you want to go in knowing about it So, like, what's your headspace? What's the knowledge that you gain, the experiences you gain from those 2 losses?
Dude, you would be amazed. Like, I've had so many like eye openers just from those losses, and it's like they really help you develop. Sorry, what was the question? I'm like,
Well, like, what have you learned from like the experiences of those lessons? I wouldn't even call them losses. We call them lessons.
basically, from the last one, I got heel hooked in 48 seconds of the first round. I was fighting jiu-jitsu purple belt. I'm a blue belt. I was fighting a purple belt that was known to have a good leg lock game and a good bottom jiu-jitsu game. Like, my headspace was all messed up, and I went out there overly excited, like I want to just fight, that my game plan went out the window. So from the last one, it would be the preparation and the nerves, and to make sure all distractions are just out of the picture so I can focus on what I'm good at, and then I can execute that properly. Yeah, I went out there, I took him down. My plan was to just double jab him and circle out and let him feel my strength, because like, I like to be I'm an explosive striker. Like, I want to fucking knock you out. And like, I'm shooting a double leg on the guy. Like, there's something wrong at that point. But it is what it is. It's a lesson, man. I'm still amateur, and when I go pro, that record resets. We're in business and we're making money. So right now I'm doing this because I love it. But I'm going to be doing it for money and the fact that I love it soon, and they're going to know.
That's facts, man. Hey, man, you have a good one, Marshall.
What's up, fight fans? Elias Loco Briley here again to put it all on the line, fighting against Thomas Blair. It's going to be a great night. Inside this cage, I got 4 victories, 0 defeats. Haven't seen the 3rd round yet, and I'm looking to continue and add on to the highlight reel. Tune in as soon as you can. Stay posted. Team Loco.
Fighting